check. See if it's working. Yep, we're on. Cool. Okay, folks. Welcome to Songs and Stories number 51. At the end of August 2024. So if you've just joined us and you've never heard Songs and Stories before, I started this during the lockdowns, during the pandemic. I had a little break now and again, but I'm back doing it because I think it's a good thing to do. It's nice to communicate with people who I don't often see at gigs or out and about, or you know, and new followers as well who don't know much about what I do and what the band does. So good health to you all. That is very nice. That is well needed. So not quite sure what I'm going to do tonight. It's going to be some covers and some originals and a couple of audio clips for you. So yeah, I'm just going to open up with I can open up with a song. This is a song off our Angels and Sirens album. I'm going to be playing a couple of songs off that album tonight. It's all about life on the road, and we've got quite a few gigs coming up with the band. I've got some solo stuff as well, which I shall tell you about shortly. But this is called Morningless Life. I feel good when the moon is out. When you stay in, we leave the house. We are animals who come out at night. A card and lyric, a broken song. We've got to keep on moving on. This is the time when we feel alive. 'Cause I've been upside down so long, living on this side of dawn, and I wouldn't change it if I could, and I'd trade my time for a morningless life. A rock venue, country pub, an open fire, a multi-starry car park, and the ripple will be driving me tonight. I found my peace in the ghost town. The services with no one around, and I can see much clearer on my own. 'Cause I've been upside down so long, on a journey just to sing my songs, and it makes me feel so alive, and I trade my time for a morningless life, so removed from the 9 to 5. I might be there in body, but I won't be in mind. And I've given blood, and I've seen my friends die, waiting for somebody just to listen. Oh, just to listen. I've been living on this side of dawn, and I wouldn't change it if I could. And I trade my time for a morningless life, a morningless life, a morningless life, a morningless life. We are morningless life, just morningless life, just morningless life, morningless life. Morningless Life from the 2018 album Angels and Sirens, and the album cover looks just like this. And if you want to buy a CD off the website, you can indeed. StevieJones.com/store, the link's at the top. You get a download as well as the CD. Or if you want, you can just listen to it on Alexa, and it'll play the album, 2018 album. And different lineup back then. Vasilis on guitar, Jake Patrick on drums, Bob Dabrowski on bass, Ultimate Door Leader on that track on keys and vocals. So yeah, that was 2 albums ago now. I can't believe that we've released our 4th album. Well, it's available now. It'll be available for streaming in October. Hi Ems. Oh, my old colleague Ems Jervis is online. Very nice of you to join us. There's only a couple of people online at the moment. But as of, good old stammer there, every time that I do this, I get loads of people watching it on catch up, which is great. People are using it like a podcast, which is what I want really. I think people can listen to it while they're doing the washing up or something, and catch up on it later. You don't have to watch it live. If you want to catch up on any of the previous episodes as well, on the website, just go to the live stream page on there, and all their episodes on there are on there. You can watch them on Facebook, or you can watch them on YouTube. Quite a few more people are watching it on YouTube now, which is good. Do subscribe to our channels as well. Do like our Facebook page. Keep up to date with what we're doing. And if you can as well, please share what we're doing. That really helps. If you see a post that you like or a gig you want to go to, do share it. It really does help get the word out. And wish my band would do more of that. If anyone shares it, it would really help. All these little things, eh? So I hope you've all had a good bank holiday. I take it you're not working today, Ems. I know you work very hard. And I was working this morning at the garage in the day job. It was very quiet. And yeah, that song Morningless Life, actually, that was all about when I was doing music full time. When I used to run wildfire sessions, open mics and music events, as well as my covers gigs at the weekend, and trying to do stuff with the band. And it was really full on for about 5 years. And I literally, my body clock was completely the other way around. I was literally going to bed at 2, 3 every night, getting up at 10 in the morning. And it really was like a morningless life. So, yeah, I would lose most of the morning. So that's where that song came from that kind of era. Whereas now I've got a bit more of a kind of mixed body clock thing going on. Monday to Thursday, I work at the garage and I'm up at 5:30. But I only work the morning, and then I go back and have a nap, and then I can start later. Whereas the weekends, I'm still out gigging, and I don't get to bed till sort of like 2, 3. Sometimes maybe a bit earlier, but I'm a bit like my cats. I do nap a lot now. I really do have lots of cat naps, and maybe it's part of getting old, you know, unavoidable really. But yeah, quite often I'll have a nap, and so do the cats, and we'll all just have a little nap on the sofas or, you know, on the bed. It's great. So yeah, I've adopted a feline sleeping pattern, I think. They just sleep whenever they like, and so do I. That's how it is. But yeah, I had quite a busy weekend. I was out gigging yesterday in Barradon. I had a really nice gig in the back garden of the Exeter Arms there. My friend, who's also called Steve Jones, is in a band called Unit 5. They played all original stuff, and there's another band at the end called Heathens doing some covers, and I was on first. And yeah, it was a really nice afternoon. And then on Saturday I was doing a gig down in Milton Keynes. It was a covers gig, and bizarrely I had to entertain loads of 18-year-olds because it was a joint 18th birthday party, which I didn't know about. So I was kind of thrown into the fire with that one a little bit, but I survived and lived to tell the tale. So that's what I was up to. Let's play another song anyway. It's just me and you, Ems, at the moment. Don't go away, so we left talking to no one. I don't always trust those figures at the top. But I'm sure a lot of people are still having barbecues and stuff on bank holiday at the moment. And let's hope they catch up on the week. I'm going to play you the title track now from the album Angels and Sirens. We haven't played this as a full band for a long time because Vasilis had very unique guitar parts, and we just haven't got around to learning it. And we're kind of in a different era of the band now as well. But I've worked out this acoustic version. I've played it once before in Songs and Stories, and I'll play it for you. Angels and Sirens anyway. And the angels and the sirens won't save me, and their hollow promises just bring me down. And I'm just a one-way conversation junkie, self-destruction, and the faith you'll come around. Automatic, unpredictable, you light up my phone. Why can't you be more original? Why do you be so cold? And you made me feel more lonely than being on my own. And I'm drowning in cold coffee and stale wine. And I turn to look, and she's gone. I turn to look, and she's gone. And was I dreaming? The siren, she will sing to me in a voice so sweet and bright. She's calling out in Neverland, my misguiding light. And the angel, she'll be there for me to keep me warm at night. And she's in the fields, out in the crowd, up in the stars, and in my mind. And I turn to look, and she's gone. Turn to look, and she's gone. Oh, was I dreaming? Was I dreaming? Angels and Sirens, the title track. Let's just see if this is actually working, because it's no one. Ah, there you are. Hillary's there. There's no one on there apart from you and Ems, I think, at the moment. So I was just wondering if it's working properly. I'm just going to check on the computer how it's looking. Let's save it. Let's share it. Share it on there. Share the feed. Come on. See if we can get anyone else tuning in. Oh, the wonders of technology. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that arrangement of Angels and Sirens. My plan is, moving forward, is to do more solo original gigs. And I'm also thinking of releasing a solo acoustic album. Start releasing them next year. So that is the plan. And yeah, it's I might release an album that's a kind of mix, a bit like Songs and Stories, really. A mixture of new songs, old songs, and covers, and do them solo acoustic, because I think some people might like to want to listen to that, you know. So that's the plan, and kind of raise the solo acoustic profile. We have got some band gigs arranged for next year, and I will announce those further down the line. We've still got gigs to do this year. The Oundle gig that we've got on the 28th, sorry, the Market Deeping gig that we've got on the 28th, if anyone's listening who's wanting to go, has actually been cancelled now. The venue is sadly closed. I only found out this week. It's really sad, because we really like that venue, and we were looking forward to it. But we're looking to try and get a new venue for that date, Saturday the 28th, hopefully in Oundle. So watch this space. But that was going to be our next gig. And after that, we're playing in Stourbridge on Friday the 5th at Friday the 4th of October at Katie Fitzgerald's. Saturday the 5th of October in Whitwick in Shropshire. And then the next one after that is November the 8th at Mamma Liz in Stamford. We're back there. And then the 23rd of November takes us to the Jolly Brewer in Lincoln, which is going to be a Musicians Against Homeless benefit gig. Various other acts are going to be on that. It's going to be a bit of an all-dayer. I've got to announce that properly. And then at the end of November, our last gigs of the year is going to take us to Banbury on the 29th and Bournemouth on November the 30th. So we've still got a few gigs left in the diary of the band. I've also got solo acoustic gigs coming up on Sunday the 15th of September at Worcester Music Festival. I'm really looking forward to that, and I don't really know the venue or time details yet. I've got to announce it. And then on Saturday the 2nd of November, I'm back at the Labour Club in Northampton supporting the wonderful Nick Harper, which I'm really excited about. Because Nick was one of the first artists that I supported at the Musician with Mark Gill just before we released my first solo album back in about 2004. So really looking forward to that. Nick is absolutely amazing. Do check him out. So there's quite a lot for you to take in there, but if any of those dates do interest you, do go to the website on the gigs page, and they'll all be listed there. And obviously I'll be sharing it on Facebook. So sorry for that little boring update about gigs. It's a bit like CFAX, wasn't it? That was the CFAX moment. Do you remember that? CFAX. When I couldn't sleep at night back in the 80s, you used to go downstairs and turn on CFAX and just read horoscopes and the football results and stuff at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, they were the days, CFAX. So the internet is the new version of it. That's about as interesting as CFAX, my gig announcements. So I do apologise. Good evening, Andrea. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope to catch up with you very soon, maybe even this week. Let's see how we get on. So Angels and Sirens, let me talk about that song a little bit, the title track. A lot of the songs on the album are, as one of my favourite topic is, I wouldn't say it's favourite, but it's my default topic, is romance, the mysteries of it, you know. There's so much to try and get your head round when you're trying to work out where things are, you know. And Angels and Sirens is really about, I guess, online dating, or just like modern dating, really. You know, the fact that when you're online dating, you're kind of at the mercy of the person at the end of the message, aren't you? You know, back in the day, we used to meet up with people in pubs before the internet, and you know, you might swap a phone number and be waiting by the phone, and or hope you see them the following week and get a conversation in, and then try and analyse and try and work out where you are in that kind of scheme of things. Whereas now it's completely different, and we you know, we make our connections a lot of the time in the modern age through online dating and trying to get to know people through the internet, and it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And a lot of the time you can be thinking something's going somewhere, you're establishing something really solid with somebody, and then it will just vanish, you know, or it won't be what you think it is. And at the time I was really messed up with the whole thing of how the internet was with that. I was doing quite a lot of online dating and stuff like that around the time that I wrote the album. And it's, you know, or in the build up to that. And it was all about those kind of experiences, really, and the kind of how you thought something was real, but then it wasn't, you know, or it wasn't quite what you thought it was, even though it looked like it was on paper. And a lot of the time when you meet people as well, they're not quite who you might think they are, or it might go a different way. So Angels and Sirens really was about that, and it's really about also how you can kind of like put all your eggs in one basket and really try and think you can meet the one, you know, the person who will solve all your problems. Once you meet that person, that romance, all your problems will be solved. You'll have a companion, and the world will be right. And it isn't really like that, really. You've got to sort yourself out first. But when you're low, when you're kind of looking for someone, it makes it all the harder when you get the rejection. So that song, The Angels and Sirens, is all about that, really. It's about the angels and then all of the good stuff, and then the Sirens is all about how you're getting sucked into these situations. Yeah, it's quite a dark song, really, I guess. There's some dark moments on that album, but there's some light as well. The whole Angels and Sirens album is a kind of dark and light thing, really. And here we are in 2024 with the new album getting there, which some of you may have bought copies of. It's going to be released on full streaming on October the 1st. If you do want to preview it, you can listen to it now on Bandcamp. You can get 3 free listeners, and you don't have to buy it. But yeah, getting there is also a similar journey, I guess, to the Angels and Sirens. It's just a bit more kind of different, I guess. There's a couple of covers on there, and it's more set in landscapes and stuff like that. And yeah, I guess these journeys, a lot of people go through them, and I end up writing about them, you know, in the hope that a lot of people will be able to relate to it and take something from it, like I have with music over the years. I still listen to lots of sad romantic songs because I can still relate to them, you know. Ryan Adams songs, like, they're all, you know, Counting Crows, a lot of their best stuff is all sad romantic stuff, because it strikes a chord with you, doesn't it? You know, you can feel the emotion, you know. Yeah, that's the sort of music that often really connects with me. Not always, you know, but a lot of the time it is my default songwriting. Life is full of dark and light. Hello from Ladlundo. Bloody hell, Emma, you're in Ladlundo, I think, yeah. And Nick as well. You're both camping over there, I take it. I hope the weather's kind to you at the moment. You know what Wales is like. Yeah, let's do an audio song from Angels and Sirens while we're at it. Not all the songs on the album are about romance. I'm going to play you a song that isn't about romance now, because I haven't heard it for ages. And it's not, we don't play many songs off the album in the band, but I'm going to play you this one because and I'll chat about it, because it's a bit of a cracker really, and we used to finish off the gigs with it back in the day.
Painting by numbers, you're a cover band star. You got the bass, you got the amps, you got the drums and the guitars. The pubs cry out, the weddings cry out, they call you up for another show. Painting by numbers, everybody knows the corner is your stage on a Friday night again. They're calling out for songs they won't remember anyway. Yeah, 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 yeah. When you're a cover band star, when you're a cover band star, painting by numbers, you're colouring in. You got the t-shirt, you got the lights, you got the band, you put the miles in. The rain comes down, the snow falls down, 3 a.m. on a foggy road. Painting by numbers, everybody knows the corner is your stage on a Friday night again. They're calling out for songs no one's listening anyway. Yeah, 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 corner is your stage on a Friday night again. They're calling out for songs no one's listening anyway. Yeah, 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 yeah. When you're a cover band star, when you're a cover band star, painting by numbers, painting by numbers. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Painting by Numbers, track 4 off the 2018 album Angels and Sirens. And yeah, we don't play that song anymore. We've got so many other songs we need to fit into the set list, and we're trying to promote a new album, so he doesn't get a look in at the moment. Who knows, one day it might creep back into the band set. But yeah, that song is it's really hard being an original band these days, as many of you are aware, to earn any money, you know. you know, like with the musician album launch gig that we did, you know, we had quite a few people on the guest list. We had to hire the venue. You know, we didn't make much money at all, you know, and it wasn't enough money to pay the other bands and stuff like that. We could have charged loads for the tickets and then no one would come. And you're always trying to break even. You know, with recording, you're always trying to break even. There's not the money there. You know, we're not a big band. So yeah, that's how it is. So how I make my money from music is from doing covers gigs, and that song is really about covers bands and being a covers artist and being out on the road the whole time, doing that, you know, and also the way that different people see being in covers bands. I mean, it's kind of an open song, really, more about the experience of being on the road and gigging and you know, working as a covers artist. But there's also the slight angle where a lot of the covers artists do not understand how hard it is to be an original band. You know, they're out on the road, gigging probably, you know, 4 times a month. They've got day jobs. They're doing it as a bit of a hobby. Don't get me wrong, they're enjoying it. But they turn up, rock up to the gig. They have a great night. They're playing songs that people know. They go down well or not so well, but generally they have a good crack and they walk home with a few quid in their pocket, you know. It's easy. It's fairly easy to have a hobby like that, you know. And there's a lot of artists as well who are maybe in function bands and things like that and doing it full time. And full credit to them. I'm not knocking it because I do it myself to earn money. But a lot of people who solely do that don't understand how hard it is to break through with the original stuff. And that's why I call it painting by numbers, because when you're doing cover songs to your well-known stuff, it literally, you know, you haven't got a blank canvas, you've got the guide, you know, it's all mapped out for you. And even with tribute bands, they've even got the look, they've even got the logo, you know. So to start from scratch and get people to listen to your own songs is really hard, and it's getting harder and harder and harder for artists, you know. Just to get decent gigs, and a lot of venues are closing down as well, you know, like the Iron Horse Ranch House that we were meant to be playing on the 28th. That's gone. You know, and they were very supportive of original music, I know that. And you know, there's a lot of city centre venues that are getting shut down due to sort of planning conditions and things like that. But it's also the climate, you know, and it's hard to run any pub, isn't it, in this day and age. You know, just to have a wet sail pub is really hard. You've got to do food. You've got to really diversify what you're doing to make the business work, to keep customers coming in. So, you know, we're living in difficult times for music, really. And so when I see posts saying go out and support your local live music venue, if people are just going out and watching a covers band in a pub, you're only getting part of the picture there, you know. So, you know, there's lots of grassroots venues out there, and a lot of people have probably never been to one. They've probably never parted ways with £5 or £10 to go and see some bands. But they're still happy to go and spend 150 quid to go and see AC/DC from a quarter mile away in Wembley Stadium. So yeah, it's just how it is. So that song's kind of like got different lots of angles in it, but it's a good song, and maybe one day we shall get it back in the set. Hiya, Sally. Hope you're enjoying your evening off. Are you working tonight? I get very confused. Fred, how you doing? Been the guest list. Well, Fred, I'm afraid it was a thank you gig. I wouldn't do that for normal gigs, but it's an album launch, mate. You know, that doesn't happen at normal gigs. With an album launch, if you've got people to thank, you want people there, you know, and it was a thank you. It was a great night. A normal gig, no, we don't have hardly any guest lists, so just that was a special gig, you know. And album launches are a bit like that. They're not normal events, and it was a really good night. And you'll have seen some of the videos online, and we, you know, it was a cracking night. We did the album justice, I thought. What shall we do now? What shall we play now? Yeah, I'm going to play you this song. I was very sad to hear about the passing of Roy Corkhill. Roy was an amazing bass player who not only played bass for Colin Vernicombe who, the artist known as Black, you know, Wonderful Life in the 80s. He also went on to play with Ian McNabb in the kind of Icicle Works part Mark II. And also a lot of Ian McNabb solo gigs as well. And I've seen Roy play many times with Ian and the Icicle Works and the different formats and stuff. And I loved his bass playing. He was such a lovely guy. You know, I think I've said hello to him once at a gig. I never got a chance to talk to him properly. But he passed away at the weekend. And it was really sad, you know, just one of these people that you'd always thought you'd see again at a gig somewhere, you know. I mean, I haven't seen Ian or the Icicle Works for a few years now. But yeah, they'd always be doing Christmas shows and the odd tour with Roy, and Roy was always on bass. So. But I've got some great memories of seeing him live. And I was very sad to hear that. So I'm going to play an Icicle Works song for you now, in honour of Roy. What makes you think the girl will love you? Is she the best thing that you've seen? Where's the sense in running when your spirit doesn't leave your home? You're acting like a two-bit visionary. Starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder. What makes you think the world is waiting? What makes you think it's there for you? Where's the sense in stealing when you know you'll win tomorrow? Why you doing things the way you used to do? Starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder. Starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Get out of my way. Starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder, starry blue-eyed wonder. An acoustic version of the Icicle Works song Starry Blue-eyed Wonder, dedicated to Roy Corkill. Bit rough and ready, that. Haven't had time really to arrange it much, but you get the gist. If you get a chance to listen to the Icicle Works album Blind, it's absolute killer album. Every song is just amazing. It was released about 1988, and it was their last album with the kind of three-piece lineup that saw them through the 80s. And then they split up and reformed, and Ian had a completely new lineup, and Roy Corkill was part of the Mark II project. But whenever they gig live, they would do that, and it's a real rocker of a track. It really builds, and yeah, that was my version of it anyway. But that's for Roy, and God bless him. Hiya, Stevie. You're at work. See you tomorrow, Sally. See you in the morning. Bright and early. Roger Morgan and Alice, if you there you go. Catch up at you later as we're celebrating our anniversary. I was just about to wish you happy anniversary, so here it is. Happy anniversary to Roger and Alice. Lovely people. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Do catch up later. And yeah, all the best, guys. And I hope to see you on Thursday if you're coming to the Ember session in Oundle. We've got Heather Findlay and Ross Alexander playing over the Talbot, and there's tickets available now. It's a great venue that we're running there. We've got some really good events lined up there, so look up vixgigs.com for all of those gigs that me and Bob Cheatham are putting on. But Heather Findlay on Thursday is going to be great. She was in a band called Mostly Autumn, and they did great things a few years ago with her singing. They're still going with a different singer, but she's embarking on her solo stuff now. I'm really looking forward to that. And obviously Ross is an old friend who I've known for years. And it's going to be great to see him. So tickets are still available for that. It starts at 7 o'clock. I think tickets are at £15 each. So vixgigs.com, you'll see it on my Facebook page anyway. It'd be great to see you there. I think we sold like half the tickets, so it's pretty good. Let's play an old song. I wrote this song in about 1991, I think, 1991. I just bought, Hillary, you'll remember this, I just finished Bournemouth when I was at College Review in Bournemouth. It was around that time, and I just moved to Northampton, and I was thinking about my future, what I was going to do with my life, you know, where it's going. And this is called Brighter Day. Get out of the city, get out of the street, run to the valleys, run to the fields, got to make it through. Seasons change. I'm gonna live, I'm gonna search to find that brighter day. Get out to the water, get out to the sea, sail that wide ocean, let the wind carry me. Got to make it through. A hurricane. I'm gonna live, I'm gonna search to find that brighter day. Yeah. Monoxide clouds, and people shuffle to the usual places as the nighttime sky comes down in the corner of a bar room. She is drifting far away. I'm gonna live, and I'm gonna search to find that brighter day. We're gonna live, we're gonna search, we're gonna live, we're gonna search, we've got to live. go, Brighter Day, song from way back in about 1991. Yeah, that course in Bournemouth was brilliant. Great memories. That's a great song. Yeah, if you trawl back through the archives, through the vault, through YouTube, you'll find an early version of me and Mark Gill doing that at the Musician, at one of our first gigs there, and we kind of really draw that out and kind of really jam with it and chuck in all sorts of Van Morrison bits and Counting Crows bits, and yeah, it was always an epic end to the set, that song. But yeah, I did it over the years. It was always in my original set, and me and James Sexton did it over in Germany as well in about 92, 93. I took it over there with me, and we did some good versions. Funny enough, I saw James over the weekend. He was over, and he's going to be back here again. So I think around the 23rd of September, that live stream then in a couple of weeks' time, 3 weeks' time. I don't know, where are we? We're at the end of August, aren't we? A month's time. James will hopefully be joining me for a live stream again. And we'll play some Acres Wild songs, have a bit of a laugh. Should be good. I'm hoping to get some guests to come over and join me for some live streams. I'm hoping to get Bob and Alfie over to join me. And also Mark as well. I spoke to Mark today. Me and Mark will be doing a covers gig at the Woolpack in Peterborough, in Stand Ground in Peterborough, and we're doing that on the 21st of September. So look out for that. If you want to find out about my covers gigs, I don't really publicise them too much because it's a separate thing, you know. But if you look up Stevie's own solo acoustic, that's where you'll find where I'm doing my covers thing. I'm gonna play you a New Model Army song. This song was written 1985. It's a weird time because I was really into the band so much. 84, 85, huge influence on me, and I followed them all around the country. And Stuart Morrow was my hero because I was a bass player back then. Justin as a songwriter was my hero and my lyrical hero. But Stuart Morrow was my bass hero, and I really loved his stuff. And he suddenly left the band after they released their first album with EMI, and they were on Top of the Pops, and they were kind of geared up to be doing quite big things, really. They were really gaining momentum, and he left. He left not long after their Top of the Pops appearance, and I was there that night at the gig in Bradford, and it was such a shock, an absolute shock. Yeah, I mean, Ted's just tuned in. You'll know about this that time, Ted, because that's when I knew you, mate, and we used to follow them all over the place, didn't we? But that moment where Stuart had left, it was like the bottom had fell out of my world. It really did, because it was just, I just couldn't believe it, you know? It was like, it was such a key member to that band, and his bass playing is still key to their sound, you know? It's still carried on through, you know, a bit like Flea with the Chili Peppers, you know, or JJ with the Stranglers, you know, if those bass players had left, someone would have to come in and recreate that sound. It's like the backbone of the New Model Army sound going over the years. So it was a huge moment, and there was obviously problems in the band building up that no one really knew about, and we probably still don't know to this day. But the band were kind of left at this juncture where they had to keep going, and they wanted to release another single off the album, No Rest, that Stuart had played on. And EMI wanted obviously to have some B-sides, so they released an EP, an acoustic EP, with one of the tracks off the album called Better Than Them, but one of the extra tracks is this song. And Justin obviously wrote it about the departure of Stuart and how he felt let down, and how they were going to carry on without him. And I'm going to play it for you now. Have a go anyway. It's called Trust. foggy night, walking home alone, wishing there was power in my fingertips to burn through this solid stone. How the hell am I supposed to know what mood you're in when you're changing all the time? I thought we were meant to be in this thing together, like partners in the perfect crime. Well, it's up to you, it's up to you. If you won't trust me, then there's nothing I can do. It's up to you, it's up to you. Yeah, I've made my fair share of mistakes, maybe a lot more than I should. But you listen to too much of that downtown talk, and you believe a lot more than you should. Well, it's up to you, it's up to you. If you won't trust me, then there's nothing I can do. There's a battle to win. If you're not in, I'll tell you, we'll do it on our own. 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 Trust. Trust by New Model Army. Yeah, and when I heard that song, when that came out, I was like, wow, you know, because they didn't have a bass player for a while. And I have recited this tale before, and Ted and many of you have heard it. My friends were trying to encourage me to go for the audition to play bass for New Model Army, and because it was advertised in the music papers and stuff, and I was really tempted to apply and I kind of mould it. I just didn't have the confidence back then to do it, you know. I was only 18 years old at that point. That's right, 18. And I was in the band Voices of Sin, and, you know, we'd done a few gigs and stuff. But I felt I didn't have the experience, so I didn't do it. I didn't go for the audition. And the guy who got the job was a guy called Moose, who was a year younger than me and had never been in a band before. So yeah, it was so weird when I went and saw them with Moose, and I was a bit jealous really. I was thinking that was an opportunity missed. I should have gone for it, you know. And I've actually told Justin this, and you better see that in an online interview. If you look up Justin Sullivan, Stevie Jones and Mark Gill support Justin Sullivan from New Model Army. It's a video with me interviewing Justin before the gig, and me confessing that. But I'm glad that I didn't play for New Model Army. I think, you know, by not doing that, and then my own band splitting up, you know, a few months later or a year later, going through its own changes, that kick-started me to pick up the acoustic and then do my own thing. And here I am now, you know, and had I gone down that route of being a bass player in New Model Army, you know, it would have, I don't know. I don't think I could have coped with the lifestyle, really. I think my mental health probably wouldn't have coped with it. I think the highs would have been good, the experience would have been good. But overall, I think I'm a different type of person. And out of it, I've had my own music career, you know. So there you go. Shoulda, coulda, mate, says Ted. Is Lottie saying hello, making her appearance? Luna never makes an appearance, does she? She's always upstairs. Yeah. Gave her some pilchards today, didn't I? You really like that? Off you go then. Yeah, shoulda, coulda, you know, who knows, who knows. The first time actually, Ted, that I went to see New Model Army with Moose was in Milton Keynes, and that was one of his first gigs. He'd only done about 3 gigs, and it was weird, you know. It was just so weird seeing someone who's your hero not there on stage, you know. And it took a lot of getting used to, really. And I love what Moose did on the albums, but I never really took to him on stage. You know, I just don't think the bass sound was quite there. And he was a bit more of a kind of rock star figure as well. He looked like he was something out Motley Crue. Lovely guy. I chatted to him online actually, and I don't know what he's doing now. He went on to become a paramedic actually. He played with the Down briefly, and then packed up music to become a paramedic. I think he still played in various covers bands as well. He lives down in Marlborough, Wiltshire, I think. But a lovely guy. It could have been me. I could have been Moose. But 4 albums later with the band and lots of solo stuff and duo stuff and all the stuff I've done, I've got no regrets. So yeah, how are we doing for time? Right, it's about time really to kind of think about wrapping up soon. But I just want to tell you about our single release. The track Genuine is going to come out on the 1st of September, which is actually on Saturday, believe it or not. This month has flown by. So if you go onto your streaming channels or shout at Alexa on Saturday, you'll be able to hear the track Genuine if you haven't heard it already. On Saturday, I'm also going to release a full-length video of it as well. So that'll come out on that day, and I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out. And it's the last track on the album, and it's a kind of real finale, really. The album getting there, the new album. It is a journey. It's a journey. It's a kind of concept album, really, about romance, anxiety, deception, recovery and healing. It's all those things. It's that kind of roadway through it. And Genuine, track 8, is the end of the album. It's the positivity, you know. It's like the last track on Misplaced Childhood by Marillion. That kind of grand finale, you know. That's how I wanted to create, and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. It's got backing vocals by Jodie Erica on it, and guitar by Mark Gill, and then Adam Ellis kind of did the rest with the keys and the drums and the bass. And then when we play it live with the band, the other guys have had to learn it, so it's kind of other way around of doing it. But I personally think it's one of the best things that I've done, and I'm going to play it for you now. And don't forget, it's coming out on the 1st of September, which is this Saturday. And do look out from the streaming channels. It's a nice taster for the album, if you haven't heard the full album, which is coming out a month later. So here we are. I can make it work. Genuine.
In the cool November breeze, I sit alone. Sadness all around me, but I feel so calm. Hold my hands around a cup of Earl Grey tea, and like the hearts of my friends, it is warm and free.
Yeah, oh, I'm so chuffed with that track. So chuffed with it. I took a bit of inspiration. I'll tell you a little secret now from Damien Dempsey as well. His power and the production he has with John Reynolds. You know, that's the kind of another sound I wanted to create. So yeah, really chuffed with that. Really chuffed with it, and it's coming together live now as well. Guys are doing a good version. You know, it's been a hard one to translate into the live version. But there you go. That's coming out on Saturday. Please do share the hell out of it as well. I want plenty of people to say. I'm going to contact you radio stations as well. We've already had Jim Saws and Maxine Saws doing a lot of plugging for us as well already. So we've had quite a lot of radio play with various other tracks. The radio stations have picked out their own selected favourites from the album. But this one I'm going to pump out myself and see who'll play it, you know. And it is what it is. We can only do so much, you know. We haven't got tens of thousands of pounds to spend on PR. So we just have to go for the organic thing. So, yeah, make sure that you do, you know, save that to your favourites when it comes out on Saturday on whichever digital platform you listen to, and watch the video as well. And the song is all about when the shit hits the fan. You know, there are good friends there for you. There's family there for you, and it means so much when you're really lost and in that kind of trough. They can pick you up, you know. And when you do talk to people, people will give you a different angle. Quite often, it's the friends you do not expect. I remember 2005, around that time, 2006. Me and Mark were good friends, but we weren't really close. But because of what I'd been through at that time, it was unexpected that he was there for me, you know, at key moments, and he's still one of my best mates now, you know. And it's people like that who just come out of the blue suddenly. That's just one example. I've got loads of great friends who I can turn to, you know. But sometimes when you're down in the trough, you're not reaching out, you know, and it's somebody who comes in randomly and helps pull you out. And that's what that song's about, really. It's about the strength it can give you. So I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Tonight, should I say, this evening. The nights are drawing in. It's getting dark now. And, yeah. So I'll be back next Monday for some more fun and frolics. This weekend, where am I playing this weekend? I am playing at the Sound House. Yes, I'm playing at the Sound House in Leicester, doing a little acoustic showcase. That's just come in last minute. I'll be playing about 5 o'clock in Leicester on Saturday. If you're around, do pop in. It's free entry. And then in the evening, I'm doing a covers set at the Crafty Dog. Never played that before. It's on Braunston Gate, also in Leicester. And then Sunday, I'm playing at a street food festival in Ashby de la Zouch at 12:30. A busy weekend. Anyway, you take care. Thank you so much for your support. If you do want to chuck anything in a tip jar, it'd be greatly appreciated. It keeps us going. You know that. All right, take care, folks. Speak to you soon.